Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 4 through 7. Generation come and generation go, but the earth remains forever. Sun rises and the sun sets, and hurries back to where it rises. The wind blows to the south and returns to the north. Over and over it goes, ever returning on its course. All streams flows to the sea, yet the sea is never full. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 through 8. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to uproot. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to tear down, and a time to build. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to shatter stones, and a time to gather them. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain. A time to search, and a time to give up. A time to keep, and a time to throw away. A time to tear, and a time to mend. A time to be silent, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time for war, and a time for peace. Verse 9 through 14. What does the worker gain from his toil, seeing the burden God has laid on men? He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has set eternity in the hearts of men, yet they cannot fathom what God has done from the beginning to the end. I know there is nothing better for men than to be happy and do good while they are alive, that everyone can eat and drink and find satisfaction in all his toil. This is the gift of God. I know that everything God does will endure forever. Nothing can be added to it, and nothing taken from it. God does it so that men will revere him. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 1 through 3. Guard your step when you go to the house of God. Go near to listen, rather than offer the sacrifice of fools, who do not know what they're doing. Do not be quick with your mouth. Do not be hasty in your heart to utter anything before God. God is in heaven and you are on earth, so let your words be few. As a dream comes when there are many cares, so is the speech of a fool when there are many words. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 7 through 14. Extortion turns a wise man into a fool, and a bribe corrupts the heart. End of a matter is better than its beginning, and patience is better than pride. Do not be quickly provoked in your spirit, for anger sides in the lap of the fools. Do not say, why were the old days better than these? For it is not wise to ask such questions. Wisdom, like an inheritance, is a good thing, and it benefits those who seize the sun. Wisdom is a shelter, as money is a shelter. But the advantage of knowledge is this, that wisdom preserves the life of its possessor. Consider what God has done. Who can straighten what has been made crooked? When times are good, be happy. When times are bad, consider God has made the one as well as the other. Therefore, a man cannot discover anything about his future. Ecclesiastes 5 through 8. Whoever obeys his command will come to no harm, and the wise heart will know the proper time and procedure. For there is a proper time and procedure for everything matter, though a man's misery weighs heavily upon him, since no man knows the future. Who will tell him what it is to come? No man has the power over the wind to contain it, so no one has the power over the day of his death. Ecclesiastes 8, verse 16 through 17. When I apply my mind to know wisdom, and to observe man's labor on earth, his eyes not see in sleep day or night, then I saw what God has done. No one can comprehend what goes on under the sun. Despite all his effort to search it out, man cannot discover its meaning. Even if a wise man claims he knows, he cannot really comprehend it. Ecclesiastes 9 verse 11. I have seen something else under the sun. The race is not to the swift, or the battle to the strong, or does good comes to the wise, or the wealthy to the brilliant, or favor to the learned, but time and chance happen to them all. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 1 through 2. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble comes, and the years approach when you say, find no pleasure in them, for the sun, and the light, and the moon, and the stars grow dark, and the clouds return after the rain,